Okay, guys, this is me, pure, wild, uncut, Don't worry. Like, in a day or two, this won't look like this. Um, and it's like 4 a.m. because if I don't take my medicine before I go to bed, for sure I will wake up at 2 or 3. Because I'm in pain. My blood pressure, I'm quite sure, is up because I'm in pain. So, but it's been a long day. I went to the actual hospital today to register, and there'll be video of what that process looked like. Everyone was really, really super, super sweet and super nice. Um, and I'm not gonna lie, I have freaking anxiety, just a bit, because as I've stated before, I've had major surgeries before, and I've heard so many stories about people who've had surgeries and their heart gave way, like their heart, just, I don't know, I guess it just like couldn't take it anymore, couldn't take maybe the anesthesia or just the pressure. Um, so I know there's gonna be some really serious bodily changes because they're going in to mess with my spine. Like, and my spine has been messed up for years at this point. So it's going to be a shock to my whole body, to my whole system. And I don't know these people. I mean, my surgeon is literally one of the best in Southern California. He is actually one of the very few in the whole state that is actually specializes in adolescent spine issues and grown up. So he's like can work on children and adolescent. And I will say this is a disclaimer. This may or may not be true, this statement I'm about to make. But my surgeon freaking loves me. He said, and I don't think I caught that on video, but he was like, "You're not 250 pounds." And I'm like, no. He's like, "No, but I usually operate on people who are 250 pounds." Because I was asking him about like the recuperation process and like how long I would have to stay in the hospital. He's like, "You're not big." And I'm like, he was like, "You're small." And I'm like looking down at myself because I don't know if you guys know it or not. Even people who you consider small, if we're used to being smaller, to us, we're big. So me being 140 pounds versus me being 98 or 100 pounds, I'm 40 pounds heavier. I'm only like 5'2". So, so he may or may not have said that because I don't want to offend anybody. This is, I'm not discriminating in any shape, form, or fashion as I'm doing this vlog, blog, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, I had to go there today, and then I had to deal with someone calling me who doesn't even really talk to me, saying, "Oh, well, you don't need to put your business out there. Like, people use that against you." So I had to make this whole public service announcement to say, "Hey, there are people who, whether you want to recognize it or not, who are going through things, and they think they're the only people that are going through it." And I've had every time I think about him, I want to dedicate this to Marcellus. Was my very good friend in college. He unalived himself because he didn't think anybody could relate to what he was going through. And it's really interesting because he had called me like maybe a month before he unalived himself. And he called me in the morning. We didn't get off until like the afternoon. We stayed on the phone all morning. And I just wish he would have called me. And the way he did it, the way he unalived himself was so brutal. And if I put myself out here on these blogs or vlogs and someone takes offense or they want to use it against me, I don't care. Because there's somebody going through exactly what I'm going through. There was someone who was going through exactly what he was going through. My hair, look, I'm a mess. There was someone going through what he was going through, and he didn't feel comfortable enough talking to anybody. So, if this vlog helps anybody, I want you to know that you're not alone. It's okay to be scared. It's okay to be scared. Nobody's perfect, no matter what front they put up for the world, no matter how many clothes and shoes you may have, because I come from that. I come from a place where I had all the clothes and the shoes and the fur coats, but I was just like a miserable person. And until I like truly got into the Word of God and, you know, got baptized and I had children and I realized I had to live for others. I had 2 children. I couldn't unalive myself anymore. I didn't have that option because I want to make sure that they have a great life. And no matter how sad I get, I just need to talk. So that's what I'm doing. And I don't want anybody to unalive themselves because they feel like they're alone or they're going through something that nobody understands, whether it's depression, whether it's trauma, whatever it is, you're not alone. And I don't care about what people say. Oh, you shouldn't be talking like that. You know, people use it against you, or, you know, the enemy will have the ammunition to, you know, use it against you and prey on you. I'm blessed and highly favored and protected. And not only by the word of God, but because I'm here for a purpose. And my purpose is to do what I'm doing right now. I teach, so that's my purpose. That's why I'm here. So if I have to put myself out there and look a crazy person on video to show people that the person that you see on Instagram or Facebook who's always perfectly put together is just not, it's just not the truth, you know. It's not always the case. So it's been a very emotional day for me, and it was just pretty negative. So then I had a great friend who actually just had a lung transplant last year. She happened to call me after this person was saying that, and they didn't, you know, they weren't saying it to be mean. They were literally saying it from their perspective. But I don't need any of that. I don't need you to tell me don't put yourself out there. I've been out here in the world. I've been all over the world. I've been here, been there, and done that. So I don't need the negativity. If you don't like it, don't watch it. Click off. Anyway, so I had a friend who just had a lung transplant last year come and pick me up and take me to dinner, which was great. I love Korean barbecue. Korean barbecue. I didn't tell my kids. But I wanted that to be like, you know, I'm looking at, oh, it could possibly be my last meal. Like, yeah. Yeah, so, you know, anyway. I like how I did my eyebrows, though. I did a good job on that. But, so yeah, it's like, excuse me, 4 a.m. and I'm up. I just took my medicine. I'm gonna go to sleep. One of my caretakers, who I call Mom Barb, is coming in tomorrow, who is actually my boyfriend who was murdered some years ago. It's actually his mother. And I can remember when I was with him and his mom would call him at 7 a.m. or something and be like, "Are you going to church? What are you doing?" And da-da-da-da. And he's just like, "Okay, Mom." He's never disrespectful, but I used to say I wish I had a mom that would do that to me. So now I have that. I'm borrowing his mom. And so this is also dedicated to you, Edward Eugene Nelson Bird. You are dearly missed. And thank you so much for letting me borrow your mom, because I need her. And I trust her with my life and with my children's lives. And my other aunt Barbie is coming in the day of the surgery. to kind of like distract the kids or whatever. So I got that all out. You know, sometimes you gotta release, relax, relate. You know, you gotta let it out. But yeah, nobody needs to unalive themselves. I don't want that to happen to anybody that I love or that I don't even know. It's just not right. You're not alone. It's okay to be scared. It's okay to be nervous. Whatever. Push through. And if you are not a believer, as I once was not, just open the Bible and read a couple of stories, you know, just read it as a book, you know, because that's what it is. Some people call it basic instructions before you leave the earth or before I leave the earth, whatever you want to say, but it actually has very healing properties. So, love you guys. I am exactly, as of now, what is it, 2 days, a day and away from my surgery. It's now Saturday, and I go in early Monday morning. And I'm taking you with me. Ciao.